MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Panther Basketball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Home game for your Medina Valley Panthers, the sixth of the season. The Medina Valley Panthers come into this contest 1-4. The McCollum Cowgirls come in at 4-1. Their only loss is to their nemesis and rival Harlandale Indians, which are leading the district at 5-0. McCollum is 4-1, along with Southside at 4-1. Medina Valley's 1-4. They're going to have the national anthem. We're going to take a break and be back with starting lineups and the first tip of the ball game when Panther basketball continues in just a moment.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to Panther Basketball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Starting lineups for tonight's contest: the visiting McCollum Cowgirls, number 0, Espinosa, number 2, Yarez, number 4, Mancha, number 14, Espinosa, and number 25, Gamboa. For your Medina Valley Panthers, starting at one guard, Destiny Slaughter. At the other guard, Miranda Perales. At the forward, Janiza Lee. At one of the posts, Kyla Carter. And at center, Tori Ruffin. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's contest. And Jeff, it's never won on paper, but the Medina Valley Panthers tonight, Jeff, are going to have to play one of their best games if they want to get back into the winning slot tonight, because as always, when you play McCollum, they're always feisty and they're always ready to play.
They are, and Medina Valley picked a tough spot to be in, being 1-4, and they've lost those 4 games, very close games, every one of them. But you sure would like to have a couple more victories going into play, a team like a McCollum. But with that being said, a victory over McCollum tonight would go a long ways to propel them into the second round, which is only a couple of games away.
2 games away, actually. That's what I was going to say. You're almost all the way through this first round. It's an 8-team district, and you are going into your 6th game, so you have this one and one more to go Friday. And that's a thing we want to mention also. Friday, the game will be live here Friday night. Jarrett Lucky will be doing it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to set along with him, but that'll be the boys' game here tonight. But inside the circle, it is Gamboa for the Cowgirls. And Ruffin for the Panthers, and Medina Valley wins the tip. Perales drives in, throws an errant pass. It's stolen away by Mancha. A reaching foul called already.
Yeah, we're going to work on getting this scoreboard up, Maury. It's a little cold. It hadn't been up in a while, so I'm going to work on it.
To Yarez. Yarez back out. Back to Yares. Yares drives in. Elbow jumper. Good. So Yares with 2 points as the Panthers bring it across the stripe. Oh, she's caught in between. Going to have to get it across. Trap main. It's stolen by the Cowgirls. Yares with the dribble. Passes up front now. Now off to the wing to Mancha. Mancha drives in. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Yares drives in. The runner is good. That's 2 more for Yares. 4 in the ball game early as the Panthers try to break the press. McCollum in a full court press. And the Panthers get it across the timeline. On the middle to Ruffin. Ruffin with a shot underneath. Misses it. Rebound by Gamboa out to Yares. Yares up top to Espinosa. Espinosa drives in. Now kicks it back. Going to be called out of the line. She steps on the baseline. Panthers will get possession, trailing 4-0 here early in the contest. Carter brings the ball in. Cross-court pass now to Perales. Perales breaks the timeline. It's stolen by Mancha. Mancha all the way in. Runner in the lane, no good. But that looked like a phantom call there. It looked like she got by and didn't even get touched. But number 25 is going to get called with the foul. That is on Carter. And Mancha will go to the line to shoot a pair. Settles at the waist. Free throw up off the front of the rim and bounces in. 5-0 here early. 6:37 left to go here in the first. Second free throw now for Mancha. And that one on front of the rim all the way around and misses. Slaughter across the timeline. Now back to Slaughter. Slaughter top of the in between the rings. Drives in, runner, and they're going to get it for traveling. Took an extra step as that was good defense there by Yares. Espinosa brings it in. Yares will dribble it up slowly in between the circles. Crosses the timeline. Up front to Gamboa. Gamboa at the free throw charity stripe. Dish and go to Espinosa. Espinosa out top. Yares saves it. All the way in with the runner. Espinosa with the basket. 2 for Espinosa. Carter dribbling across, gets it to Ruffin. Ruffin breaks the timeline. Now out to Slaughter. Slaughter underneath it. It's stolen away by Yares. Yares up front. Fast break, spin, runner in the lane, good. That's 6 points for Yares so far. She's the leading scorer of the contest. 9-0 now in favor of McCollum. The Panthers need to get on the board here. Slaughter with it. Triple team. Now kicks it out to Lee. Leah with a pass, and it's tipped out of bounds by Yares. Panthers have the ball under the basket. Sub in the ball game for the Panthers is Trinity Dixon. Dixon in, Slaughter out. Miranda to inbounds. Trinity Slaughter with it in between the circles. One out, pass out to number 20, Perales. Perales back to Dixon. Dixon dribbling, defense on her there by Yares. Good screen by Ruffin, a three-pointer, and it's partially blocked by Yares. And good job by Ruffin in the middle among the trees, Jeff, to get that rebound. She gets fouled for 2.
And Maury, I do want to mention this is our first broadcast of basketball this year, and you may not be aware that the foul rules have changed. You're allowed 5 fouls per quarter before you can start shooting 2 and 2.
Free throw off the heel, no good.
Two free throws, I should say.
Instead of the typical 7 in the half, right, Jeff? Is that the way it used to be?
Yes.
Yep. Second free throw off the heel, no good once again. Rebounded by Espinosa. Espinosa in the corner to Yares. Yares fakes a dribble, now drives in, loses control. They're going to say it stays McCollum, and I did not see a Panther even come close to touching that ball. Wow. Espinosa will inbounds under the basket. Trying to find an opening. Yares with it, drives in, going to get pushed. There we'll see who they call a foul on. I think that's going to be on 20. Perales, that's her first foul. That'll send Mancha to the line. Dribble, settles at the waist. Free throw up off the front, no good. Destiny Slaughter back into the ball game. Perales out for the Panthers. Second free throw coming, and it is in. So Mancha with her second point of the ball game. Full court press for McCollum. Out to Dixon. Dixon over to Carter, back to Dixon. Dixon one out. Now up to the top to Slaughter. Slaughter kicks it back out. Carter with it now. Dribbled in between the circles. Guarded toughly out front. Hands it off to Slaughter. Slaughter dribbling, loses hand. They're going to get a knee there on number 14, Espinosa. That's a foul. That's a second team foul. 4:31, Jeff, left to go, 10-0. All McCollum.
All McCollum. Maury, how was hunting season?
It was good. It was good. It was exciting, but I'm glad it's over. You can only do so much.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
Dixon with the runner, misses it. Out of bounds. Side out, it goes to Medina Valley. I did shoot a turkey. I am tied for second place in the Trophy Hunters right now with 2 weeks to go, so that's good news. As Yares breaks the timeline, screen set now. Kicks it back out. Gamboa with it. Gamboa drives, kicks it back out. Yares with it. Tries to get Gamboa, and it's going to be out on the baseline. Medina Valley basketball. Dixon will inbounds to Slaughter. Now back to Dixon. Now back to Slaughter. Slaughter to the middle of the court. Now back, and it's an errant pass out of bounds. Tried to hit Carter on the wing, but a little errantly.
And I was just about to say that they were showing a lot of patience bringing the ball up the floor, like that's what you need to do against this zone press. And then she lost her patience.
Dixon on Espinosa, kicks it back out to Yares. Yares pump fakes, now caught with it, now breaks the press. Off to the left wing, foul. Oh, wow, Medina Valley got away with that one. It looked like Carter with it, now back across the timeline, now over to Dixon. Dixon being covered by Yares, now to Slaughter. Janessa Lee with it, now back over to Dixon. Dixon at the top of the circle, now kicks it out to Slaughter. Slaughter drives in, loses the handle. And Espinosa brings it across the timeline, kicks it out on the wing. Down low to Gamboa, guarded by Ruffin. Good job by Ruffin. Errant shot as Carter with the ball, now picked up by Yares. Off to the wing. Lee with it, Lee drives in, the one-hander no good. Ruffin with the rebound and up for two. So that's the first 2 points for the Panthers. 10-2 is your score. As Espinosa will bring the ball across the timeline. Top of the key to Gamboa. Now the other Espinosa with it. Number 0. The other one is wearing 14. They're both out there on the same. Gamboa underneath. A good assist and a good lay-in there by Gamboa. That's her first 2 of the contest. As Dixon will bring the ball across the timeline to Ruffin. Over to Lee. Lee drives in, kicks it back out. Inside the circle for the 2-pointer. That's Destiny Slaughter for 2. 12-4 is your score. As Espinosa brings it across the timeline. Gamboa gets to the top of the key. Running a little weave there. Gamboa from the free throw line misses it. Rebound by Lee. Kicked out to Dixon. Dixon with it, drives to the right. Guarded there by Yares. Screen set. Now Ruffin with it, drives in. Loses control. It's going to be off of McCollum, Medina Valley's ball under the basket. As Carter will trigger the inbounds. Looking for somebody. Has Lee, and it's going to be off of Destiny Slaughter. Pass was kind of low. Slaughter tried to bring it in, but it's off of her leg. So Gamboa will inbounds the pass, Espinosa over to the other Espinosa. She'll bring it across the court. A minute 30 left to go. 12-4 is your score. Dixon with a tight coverage. Good screen set by Gamboa. Off to the corner to Espinosa. Long three off the rim. No good. Dixon with it. One-on-one. She'll go all the way in. And you're going to get Espinosa with the foul. Dixon will go to the free throw line with two, and a very generous call there. It looked like Dixon had a lot of arm in front of her there. But nevertheless, 2 free throws coming up for the Panthers. Need to knock these down. Need to cut this lead in half here. Dribbles at the waist, and it's up and good. Dixon with her first point of the ball game. 12-5 is your score. Couple dribbles, now settles, and off the back heel, no good. Rebound, and it's fought for, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Dixon. As Yares almost with the turnover, she'll trigger the inbounds pass once again. Gets it to Espinosa, number 14. Espinosa will be picked up by Slaughter across the timeline. Kicks it back out to Yares. Yares dribbles. Picked up by Lee. Top of the circle, 3-point line. No good. Oh. Rebound by Espinosa. Panthers needed that one bad. Just let it go. Inside to Yares. Yares with a block by Ruffin and Dixon, and it's on the sidelines, and it's going to be out on Medina Valley. As Ruffin with a good block underneath saved the Panthers 2 points. A good defense by Medina Valley. Macha will trigger the inbounds pass. Back court to Espinosa. Espinosa picked up by Slaughter. Bounce pass, and Macha can't get it. Turnover, Medina Valley with the ball. Can cut into this 7-point lead. Sloppy basketball on both sides here in the last 2 minutes. Carter with it. Now kicks it back out to Dixon on the right side. Crosses the timeline. Now over to Slaughter. Slaughter with it. Down low to Ruffin. Ruffin was not ready for it as Gamboa had good defensive position there on Ruffin. Espinosa will trigger the inbounds pass to Mancha. Mancha gives it back to Espinosa. Picked up by Slaughter when she crosses the timeline. 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Screen set up top by Gamboa. Now kicks out to Yares. Yares with a long three off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Dixon. 20 seconds left to go, and it's stolen by Espinosa. Yares with the runner underneath, and it's 2 points.
That one hurts you.
That one
clawing your way back.
8 now for Yares as Carter brings it across the timeline and throws it away. It's saved there by Lee. Carter with it, a runner. Good! Right at the buzzer as Kyla Carter with the 2 points. It's 14-7 here at the end of one. Jeff, we are sponsors a commercial break. Panther basketball will continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back to Panther basketball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. 14-7 as we head to the second. Espinosa with the inbounds. Picked up by Slaughter. Dribbled in between the circles to Gamboa at the top of the key. Running a little weave there to Yares. Yares with it on the left. Feeds Gamboa underneath, right under the basket. Misses a point blank as Ruffin with a lot of pressure. Gamboa fights for it. A runner in the lane by Villarreal. And we'll see what we got.
One of the keys, Maury, we didn't get a chance to talk about the keys of the game, but you got to limit their second chance opportunities because you're let's face it, I mean, we're pretty short out there. There ain't a whole lot of height. So if you can keep Gamboa off the boards and get free balls like that right there.
Yares 4-3.
That's second chance point right there.
11 points now for Yares. Underneath the Ruffin with it. Gets it off the heel and in. 2 more for Ruffin. 17-9. As Espinosa with the dribble picked up by Slaughter across the timeline. Now out to Yares. On the left, drives it in, kicks it back out to Espinosa. Long 3 off the front of the heel, no good. Actually, that was Villarreal with that shot as Carter crosses the timeline. Picked up by Espinosa, throws it wildly out of bounds.
A lot of turnovers, Maury, that are going way over the girls' heads.
Yep.
And that's because McCollum does a good job of getting their hands up, making you throw it high. So what do you do instead of throwing it over their head? You throw it under. You bounce pass.
Tanesa Lee back in the ball game for the Panthers as Espinosa's picked up across the timeline by Dixon. Drives it to the right side. Now underneath the Yares. Yares with it. It's blocked. She gets her own rebound. Back up with it. It's blocked again. Fights for it. Up, and it's in.
Yeah, these officials are definitely letting them play because she got hacked several times.
Oh, and another, wow. As Carter gets it now, drives in all the way. The runner in the lane is good by Carter. That's 4 in the ball game now for Kyla. As Espinosa brings it across the timeline. Now to Villarreal. Villarreal drives it in, kicks it back out to Yares. Yares for 3, off the heel, no good. Rebound by Gamboa, up with it, no good, off the heel. Fought for it, and it's going to be Perales with the rebound. Going to get a reaching foul on number 10, Torres, for McCollum. So 19-11, and a timeout called. And I didn't see who called that timeout, Jeff.
I did not. Oh, he's right here. Oh, he didn't say. It's a foul, so we're going to take it with him, Maury.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Basketball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. 6 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Medina Valley trailing 9-10 as Carter will inbounds the pass for inbounds to Perales, back to Carter. Panthers with it. Cross court to Dixon. Dixon driving all the way in. Kicks it out to Ruffin. Ruffin back out to Carter on the left wing. Carter drives in. Kicks it back out to Dixon. Dixon cannot get a hold of it. It's going to be out on Dixon. Just some sloppy passing for the Panthers as they come away with no shot there on the board. As Yares will get the ball into Espinosa. Espinosa will cross the timeline. She'll be picked up by Dixon. Right-handed dribble on the left side of the formation. Now goes to the center. Kicks it out to Villarreal. Villarreal off to Torres. Torres back to Villarreal. Villarreal drives. Guarded tightly out there by Lee. Kicks it back out to Yares. Yares drives it all the way in. Now to Gamboa.
Nice
Gamboa
pass.
can't handle it. As Ruffin gets a loose ball off to Dixon. Dixon all the way in. Runner is no good, but a foul. Going to shoot 2. That foul is on Espinosa.
That was a great pass underneath over here to Gamboa, and it was so good that she wasn't expecting
She wasn't expecting it. Faked her out also. So Dixon will go to the line for 2.
You know, the Panthers are only 8 points down. You know, they need to continue to, just scratch away.
Well, they need to finish at the board. They're letting too many shots get away from them by not even creating a shot.
Right.
Dixon with it, nothing but net. That's her second point of the ball game. Couple dribbles. Another dribble, settles at the waist. The free throw, nothing but net again. 19-13, closest the Panthers have been in a long time here. 5 minutes left to go. Espinosa with it, picked up at the timeline by Dixon. Espinosa still with it, now kicks it back out to Torres. Torres with it. Now to Gamboa, back out to Torres, guarded by Dixon. We're going to get a grabbing foul on Dixon. A holding foul on Torres, on Dixon. Number 22 will come back into the ball game. That's J.J. Wynn. Wynn in for Ruffin, giving her first breather of the ball game. Out to Yares. Yares at the three-point line, picked up by Carter, kicks it back out to Villarreal. Long three is good by Villarreal. 22-13. Dixon with it, runner in the lane, kicks it back out to Wynn. Now back to Carter for three. Off the back heel, no good. Rebound out front by Torres. Torres brings it across the timeline. Now back to Yares. Yares underneath the Gamboa, wide open, and it's good. As Gamboa with her fourth point of the ball game. Carter with the ball, now kicks it back. Dixon with it across the timeline. She almost went back and forth there. Now over to Wynn. Wynn with a bad pass, and it's intercepted by Villarreal. Long pass down court, and it's going to be off of Medina Valley. She tried to get Yares underneath on the fast break, but just a little long, but it was off the Panthers as Espinosa will trigger the inbounds pass to Yares. A little runner in the lane. That was too easy.
Yeah, that's just the lack of height. Yeah,
that is the 7th point of this quarter for Yares. Underneath the runner, off the rim, no good. Picked up by Yares on the rebound. Kicks it back out to Torres. Torres across the court to Villarreal. Villarreal for three. Off the heel, no good. A long rebound by Espinosa. Back underneath the Villarreal, and she can't handle it as the Panthers will get the ball on the turnover. As Slaughter checks back in. Dixon to the bench now for the Panthers. Kayla Carter will trigger the inbounds pass. Kicks it into Slaughter. Slaughter with it. Gets caught with it in between steps there and travels. As full court pressure dealing the Panthers a little trouble here as Villarreal will trigger the inbounds to Yares. Now to Gamboa. Gamboa back out front. Saved by Torres in between the circles. Perales on the coverage, screen set, back over, three-pointer up, and it is nothing but net as that's Yares. And my, oh my, that is 10 points in the quarter here for Yares. Over to Perales. Perales double team, now Carter across the timeline. Now back to Wynn. Wynn underneath the Carter, and it's blocked by Villarreal, but got too much of the arm. That's going to be 2 shots for Carter.
And you look at, the couple of three-pointers that they've hit in this quarter, Maury, are second chance three-pointers where they get the rebound and they kick it back out.
Get the long rebound and get it and kick it back out to the open. Carter with 4 dribbles, settles. Another 2. Stares at the rim, and it is up and good. 3 points in the quarter for Carter.
3 minutes left in this half, Maury, and I think the goal right now should be to get that score back down to within
single digits at least.
Single digits again, so that the second half doesn't look so bleak for you. It's going to
Carter with it again.
It's going to require a couple of stops.
As Espinosa will cross the timeline. Drives it all the way in. The runner off the rim, no good. Good defense there by Wynn. Wynn with the dribble. She throws it away to Torres. Now Wynn's going to get called with the reaching foul on Torres. As it looks like Dixon will check back in for the Panthers. Perales will come out of the ball game. Yares with the inbounds Yares drives all the way in. Risky shot thrown away. All the way down with the dribble is Slaughter off the rim, no good. Ruffin with the rebound, and it's good.
And Ruffin's got to have a big game for the Panthers, not only on the offensive glass like she was there, but on defense to take Gamboa out of the game.
Yares with it, no good. Rebound, Ruffin.
There she is.
Fighting for it. Oh, you got to have a reaching foul, of course. I'm not sure who they call that foul on, but it'll be the Panthers' ball with 2:04 left to go. Down by 12. Full court press now, once again for McCollum. Into Dixon. Dixon with it, double team, now to Ruffin. Ruffin with it, now over to Carter. Carter picked up by Espinosa in between the circles. Carter with it, drives to the right, kicks it back out to Slaughter. Slaughter drives all the way in, and the runner is good. Slaughter with two, off to Villarreal. Villarreal for a long three, nothing but air. Saved, but Ruffin got it. Off to Dixon. Dixon 2-on-2, now kicks it back out. Dribbling on the right, left side. Screen set by Ruffin at the top of the key. Dixon with it. Now underneath the Ruffin. Ruffin with a 10-foot jumper, good off the glass.
There you
As
go.
it's 21-29. Panthers cut it to 8.
Got to within 8. Now you got to keep it here or get it a little closer. Keep playing defense. That's what's got you
Drives
there.
all the way in, and Aaron's shot as the Panthers get the rebound. That's Wynn with it to Slaughter. Slaughter with it all the way down. Yares with it. Good job of defense, but a step back three. Good! Slaughter with a big three. 29-24. Tried to answer with a three. Air ball by Yares. Here comes Dixon. Dixon with it. And she's going to lose possession. Let's see who's out on. It's going to be out on Villarreal. As Mancha and Espinosa check back in. Villarreal and Torres out. As Carter will trigger the inbounds. Dixon with it. Another three. Good! (29-27). Panthers have cut this 14-point lead back to 2. Yares with it with 21 seconds left. Pounds out the dribble. Drives in. The runner off the rim. No good. Gets her own rebound. Three-pointer in and out. No good. They get the rebound to the Cowgirls. Now up the shot in the lane. Rejected. Ruffin with the rebound. And the Cowgirls are a little rattled right now, Jeff.
Little frustration there by Gamboa underneath, but she was taking some body blows, Maury. She was taking some body blows, and
she was
taking
pretty some, frustrated. But she was delivering some too.
She was.
As Ruffin wasn't giving her no room underneath. 4 seconds left, 4.9. Ruffin at the charity stripe could tie this ball game up with a pair. First one is up and off the heel, no good. Couple dribbles. Free throw off the rim, no good. Rebound.
Stay in front of them right
Espinosa
now. Just stay
with
in front of them.
Kicks it out to the Espinosa. Espinosa did not get the shot off. So it is 29-27. Panthers close that, Jeff, on a 12-0 run in the last 2.5 minutes to cut a 14-point lead to 2. We're going to take a commercial and break and come back at half when Panther basketball continues in just a moment.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Basketball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We have a good one here, 29-27 at halftime. It was 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. But the Panthers outscored the McCollum Cowgirls 20-15, closed on a 12-0 run to finish the quarter as they were trailing by 14. Leading scores for the Panthers: Slaughter with 7, Kayla Carter with 6, Tori Ruffin with 8, Trinity Dixon off the bench with 6 for the visiting McCollum Cowgirls. Espinosa with 2, Yarez with 17, Mancha with 2, Gamboa with 4, and Villarreal with 3. And, Jeff, we talked about it. With 3 minutes left to go in the ballgame, the Panthers needed to get within single digits. Not only did they get within single digits, they got within 2.
Yeah.
And had a chance with Ruffin on the free throw line with 4 seconds left and 2 free throws to tie the ballgame. Unfortunately, could not drop either one of those, but still finished on a 12-2 run. Keys to the second half, Jeff, is what you said. Do not turn the ball over.
Yeah, I mean, they quit turning the ball over, and McCollum has a great press. So, kudos to the McCollum Cowboys. I mean, the girls were getting after it on their press. But we were making a lot of bad passes. Our girls were making a lot of bad passes over the top. And, I mean, they weren't close over the top.
No,
they were way over the top.
Way over the top.
And, just turning the ball over and not even getting a shot on goal. Well, now they're getting these shots. But, Maury, I want to go back to their defense. The defense is where it starts. And they limited McCollum to 1 shot on the basket, got the rebound, and then they didn't turn the ball over, and they got a shot or they got fouled. And I think in the second half, the key to this second half is going to be to continue to keep McCollum with 1 shot. Yep. Give them 1 shot and get a rebound. Now that's tough because we're undersized, and like we talked about earlier, our big girl inside has got to play.
Ruffin, yes.
Ruffin's got to have the game of her life because she's the tallest girl out there from Medina Valley, and she's got to make it known.
Well, so far, Jeff, their big gal Gamboa, she only has 2 points in the first quarter, 2 points in the second.
Yeah, but it's her rebounding.
Right. Their biggest one is Yarez, and she had 7 in the first quarter, 10 in the third. But 3 of those shots by her were 3 points on second half chances where they got the rebound, kicked it out, and she was wide open for 3. Now we saw what kind of happened to her when the Panthers stepped up the defense and they weren't getting the shots. She was the only option and was not getting the long pass kick out. She was taking the shots, but they were contested and they weren't falling. Panthers were giving them only 1 shot getting the rebound, forcing it up court, and getting good looks at it finally.
That's right, Maury. And you know, when one shot falls, it seems like the next one falls a little easier, you know, and that's, you know, the girls had to get a little something going.
It's like
it took them a
domino
quarter and a
effect.
half. Took them a quarter and a half to get it going, but it started with their defense.
Yep. And that's, you know, it's usually where, you know, you can say that in football, you can say it in a lot, but defense triggers a lot of your offense when you get one or two of those defensive stops and you hit one of those big jumpers and the crowd gets excited.
Yep.
And the crowd got back in it finally in that second half, or with 3 minutes left to go thus far, the 12-0 run to finish the quarter out. Panthers only trail by 2, where it looked like a couple of more shots by McCollum extending that 14-point lead to maybe 20, and you might be out of reach. But now you fought yourself back into it, and it'll be a telltale in the second half. Let's see if the Panthers maybe – do they come out to maybe start the second half in a full court press, which they haven't done it yet. They've decided to just pick up the McCollum offense at half court.
And I don't know if you want to get into a running contest with this team, you know.
Well, and that's just it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to keep it like it is.
We don't know. This is the first time we've seen McCollum play. It's the second time I've seen Medina Valley play. And, you know, what I noticed the first time I watched Medina Valley play was that they were a lot more methodical on how they wanted to move the ball around, whereas in years past, first shot they got, they were taking. You know, it didn't matter if it was a, you know, wide open three and you shot 10% from the three-pointer. If you had an open shot, you were taking it.
Yeah.
And it looks like now that they're more conscientious of getting to the open person and getting to the person that's got the hot hand.
Well, and we'll see how that goes. We're going to take our last break of the half and come back for the exciting second half of this ball game when Panther basketball continues in just a moment.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
And we'll look that up during the second half and let you know what the standings are with the boys. On their side of the ledger. They're only 3 games in, right?
Yeah, Maury, we were actually on commercial still, and we were talking. Now we're back.
Oh, that's all right.
So we're back now with 8 seconds to go in the half as the teams take the floor.
So the Panthers will start with their same 3.
Maury and I were just carrying on a conversation, and we just chipped in and let y'all listen to some of it.
As Lee brings it into Perales. Perales with it over to Carter. Man-to-man here, starting off on defense.
That's a little different.
Lee with it, and she stutter steps as Gamboa. Very much different there for McCollum. as Espinosa will trigger the inbounds and give it to the other Espinosa. 0 gives it to number 14. Picked up across the timeline by Perales. Dribble to the right side, kicks over to Espinosa, and Espinosa guarded tightly there by Slaughter. Screen pass, top by Gamboa, all the way in, runner no good. Gamboa with the rebound, kicks it back out to Yares. Mancha with it, Mancha for 3, scores.
Second chance points there, Maury.
Second chance, as that's 3 points for Mancha. As Carter with it, over to Lee. Lee gathers it in, double team. Tipped over by Espinosa. Espinosa with it. Down court to to Mancha. Mancha with a runner, good. 5 points now for Mancha. She's got the hot hand now. Full court press as Slaughter with it. Picked up by Yares. Now to Mancha. Mancha over to Lee. Lee with it to Ruffin. Ruffin underneath. Gets it tipped away by Gamboa. Fought for it. And it's off of the Panthers' Lee. Espinosa will trigger the inbounds.
Yeah, missed opportunity right there.
Oh, absolutely.
There was a wide open Panther on the other side.
Looked like there was a lot of reach. It looked like Ruffin got fouled but didn't get the call.
Yep.
As Espinosa will cross the timeline, picked up by Perales. Now over to the other Espinosa, picked up by Slaughter. Right side, drives in, dribbles, kicks back out. Yares with the runner, no good, but she gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
Panthers need to be careful, Maury. I don't know if they've got another 12-0 run in them. Got to try to stay close with
free throw off the front of the rim, no
Cowboys.
Good. As Yares will step back to the line.
And yes, we've been doing this a while, Maury, and they are called the Cowboys, not the Cowgirls.
The Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? Free throw is good by Yares. 35-27. As Carter with it. Guarded by Espinosa. Now Slaughter with it. Guarded by Espinosa. Now kicked over. Carter with it with Mancha.
They're looking to
fighting for it. Carter comes away with it. Tipped off. Slaughter with it. Battles underneath. She's going to lose possession. It's going to be off of Slaughter.
They're trapping everywhere, Maury. It looks like they're trying to get the ball out of the hands of our guards. They're just not able to see.
Dixon will come in. Slaughter out. Trying to beat the Panthers to the point there, to where they want to end up with the ball. As Espinosa will cross the timeline, picked up by Perales. Gamboa with the screen. Espinosa all the way in. The runner wildly rebounded by Perales. Down low to Dixon. Dixon with it. Gets it.
Nice pass by Perales and a good finish by Dixon.
Assist by Perales and a good finish at the rim by Dixon. As Espinosa crosses the timeline, picked up by Dixon. Top of the circle to Gamboa. Runner gets away from it. Rebounded by Lee. Dixon with it. Goes all the way in on Gamboa. Kicks it back out. Perales with the runner. Got it. Perales with 2. 35-31. Underneath it, gets away from Gamboa, and it's out of bounds. And it's going to be a timeout by McCollum. As they look a little flustered here as the Panthers with a little 5-0 run here.
It's a full, Maury, so we'll take it with them.
We'll take it with us. Panthers softball, basketball.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back to Panther Basketball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. 35-31 is your score. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Perales with 2. Dixon with 2. Mancha with 5. And Yares with 1. 6-4 in this quarter. 4-point lead. Panthers with the basketball. Dixon will trigger the inbounds to Carter. Full court press back over to Dixon. Dixon with it. Cross court to Perales. Perales with it. Drives all the way in. Hangs on the rim and good. That's 4 for Perales. 2-point ball game underneath the Gamboa. Gamboa with it and gets the kind rim off the back of the heel. Dixon with it off the glass with a runner. 2 more. Full court down low to Gamboa. Gamboa with it. Both teams now trading baskets. As Dixon will get it, trapped on the side, kicks it across court to Perales. Perales down low to Lee. Lee with it, up and no good. Rebound by Gamboa.
They figured out that skip pass.
Espinosa with it down to Yares, and she's going to be fouled with 4:21 left to go.
Gonna get a short timeout here, Maury.
I'm saying full timeout. We're going to keep it with us?
Did he say full?
I think he said.
No, it's a 30.
No, it's 30. Okay, we'll keep it here. 39-35. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left here in the third quarter. McCollum will go to the line to shoot 2 with Yares.
What'd you think about that championship game of football, Maury?
I had the winner.
I think a lot of people had the winner.
I just figured that they had a little better secondary than Texas and a little better running game.
Michigan did a heck of a job of keeping the quarterback, Penix, scared.
Yeah.
He threw the ball scared. He was scared the whole game.
But not to overlook what he done all year. What a great year for the young man.
It shows you how good that Michigan defense is, though.
Yares with the free throw up, and it is good. That is her second point.
Does Harbaugh come back?
Quarter. Do what?
Does Harbaugh come back, or does he go to LA?
He goes. And that one's up and good. 41-35 now. As Carter will trigger the inbound.
They've extended
Espinosa
that full
with
court
it. Dixon
press.
all the way down. Breaks the full court press. All the way in for the runner, and good.
Yeah, they extended that full court press. It's not a zone press anymore where they were trapping. They went man-to-man.
Cross court to Yares. Yares with 3 off the rim, no good.
There's
Macho
that.
with it. Back to Gamboa. Gamboa, wild shot. It's going to be McCollum, the Cowboys ball under the basket as Espinosa will trigger the inbounds. Trinity Dixon with 6 points here for the Panthers here in the quarter. Gamboa with it, kick back out to Espinosa for 3, off the rim, no good. Gamboa fighting for it, Mancha with it. Mancha goes up and going to draw the foul.
Those 2 big girls for McCollum underneath are just getting every rebound. Their length is
they had
more
rough
than the
and
girls
sandwich.
can handle. Yeah,
they had rough and sandwich there in the middle. As Gamboa with the free throw. It's up and good. Or actually, I'm sorry, not Gamboa, that's Mancha. That is her 6th point of this quarter. Dribble, settles at the waist, and that was nothing but net. 7 points now as Carter will trigger the inbounds. Looking for the opening, gets Perales. Perales back to Carter in the middle. Kind of backed off the press there was McCollum. Carter giving out signals, now drives it in, all the way in. Gonna be a reach-in foul. They're going to get Espinosa with the foul. 2 shots now for Carter. Free throw off the heel, no good.
Well, one thing you can say is that they're both getting to the line. McCollum's making their free throws right now.
Second free throw coming for Carter. Free throws up, and it is good. So McCollum will bring it across the timeline. Espinosa picked up by Perales. Espinosa dribbles all the way in, a good head fake, but cannot get it to fall as Perales comes away with it. Behind the back pass now, backs it back up. Screened by Ruffin up top. Picked up by Espinosa out to Carter. Zone defense now by McCollum. Ruffin with it underneath, kicks it back out. Tried to get saved, and it's on the line. It's going to be McCollum ball. Espinosa with it, dribbling across court. She's going to be picked up at the timeline by Dixon. Screen up top by Gamboa. Off to the left, kicks it back out to the other Espinosa. Long three coming. Off the heel, no good. Rebound by Ruffin. Out to Carter. 3-on-1. Bounce past to Lee. Lee tries to feed it across to Perales. But hustling back on defense was Yara as it kicks it out of bounds. Perales will trigger the inbounds for the Panthers. Little weave up top, off to Carter. Carter with it, picked up by Espinosa, looking for Ruffin down low. Gamboa fights with it, but Espinosa with it. Carter with it, off the rim, no good. Ruffin with it for the rebound and the putback. 43-40 off to the side to Mancha. Mancha drives all the way underneath. The runner is good for Mancha. Carter now dribbling across the timeline. Off to Dixon. Dixon picked up by Mancha at the top of the circle. A long three for Dixon, off the rim, no good. Ruffin with it. Off the glass, no good. Rebound by Yares. Yares dribbles all the way down, kicks it off to Espinosa. Three-pointer is good. Espinosa with three. As Dixon with it, drives in. Espinosa cuts her off. Lee with it, kicks it out to Ruffin. Ruffin with it. Doesn't get the roll. Gamboa with the rebound, feeds it off to Espinosa. 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go. 48-40. Panthers trail. Espinosa with a runner. Good defense as it's blocked. And they're going to say it's off Medina Valley. McCollum's ball as Torres comes in. Villarreal comes in. Yares comes out and Espinosa comes out. So Espinosa triggers the inbounds to Mancha. Mancha up top to Villarreal. Villarreal back to Mancha. Mancha underneath, gets a rebound, put back, no good. Gets her own rebound, put back again, and gets it to fall and going to get a foul.
And just like that, Maury, the lead's 10, possibly 11. It's just the rebounding.
And Jeff,
too much height.
It's been Mancha in this quarter. She has 11 at the free throw line. They pick up her 12 points in this quarter.
Yeah, and about 10 rebounds.
And that's good. 12 points now in the quarter. Picked up full court press, almost throws it away as Torres gets a hand on it but knocks it out of bounds. Carter will trigger the inbounds. 51-40. Panthers trail by 11. A minute 23 left. Dixon will dribble across the line, go all the way, kicks it back out to Ruffin. It's going to be off of McCollum. It'll be Medina Valley ball. As Perales will inbounds the ball for the Panthers. Looking for the opening, gets Carter underneath, kicks it back out. Lee with the open shot, off the heel, no good. Rebounds fought for. Oh, and they're going to get a pushing foul on Mancha. She helps Perales off the floor. As Perales will bring it in, a minute 8 left to go here in the third. Sub coming in as Mancha comes out. Romo in the ball game. Don't lose much in height there between Mancha and Romo. Kicks it out top to Carter. Carter with it, picked up by Espinosa at the top of the circle. Runner in the lane, no good, but going to get a foul on Espinosa. Carter will go to the line to shoot two. Free throw up and good.
Maury, you had shoulder surgery here a while back. How's that rehab going on your shoulder?
Going good.
Ready for some golf in February? Probably not March, maybe.
Maybe February, March, probably a better chance. Free throw up and good. Carter makes both of them. 51-42 as Espinosa will cross the timeline with just under a minute left to go. Romo with the screen. Espinosa with it, kicks it out to Villarreal. Villarreal, it's almost open by Carter. Kick back out.
Ooh.
Torres for three. Good. Off the bench for three is Torres. A big three right there.
Big three-pointer.
As Dixon with it. She's double teamed. Torres fights for it. Kicks it back out. It's going to be stolen by Carter. Carter almost back across the timeline. They're going to say she stepped on the side. As Mancha with a step in front of her, forcing her out. As Lee will come out of the game. Wynn will come in. So on the side, Mancha will bring the ball in. Cross court to Villarreal. Villarreal with a couple dribbles, now drives in the circle, tries to go down low, but it's stolen by Ruffin. Down low pass to Perales. Perales with it for the two. 18 seconds left, 54-44. Espinosa with it. Into the corner for Villarreal. Villarreal for three, no good. Rebound, Mancha, up and in and out, no good. Rebound by Espinosa, and she gets it to fall. A long heave, and it's no good.
Yeah, that last bucket right there was Panthers were working hard.
56-44. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be back for the fourth quarter when Panther basketball continues in just a moment.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999, or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus, get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville, or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther basketball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Panthers get outscored 27-17 there in the third quarter and trail by 12 going here into the fourth. As McCollum will have the ball to start. Espinosa with it. Screen set up by Gamboa at the top of the circle. Little weave run there, and it's stolen by Perales. Good way to start the quarter, as Perales will drive it, almost double dribble there, but didn't get called for it. Up to Ruffin. Ruffin with Carter with a long three. Off the heel, no good, in and out. Perales with the rebound. Off to Ruffin. Ruffin back up top to Carter. Carter picked up by Mancha. Down low to Carter. To Ruffin. Ruffin with a turnaround. They're going to get Romo with the reach in. So that'll be 2 shots underneath for Ruffin. And a chance to knock into this lead from the charity stripe with no time running off the clock. Couple dribbles, settles, and off the back rim, no good. Got to have these.
Got to have
make
those.
Torrey with the dribble, settles, and off the heel, no good. Rebound, fought underneath, and Mancha comes away with it. Going to have a timeout, injury timeout, as Perales fell hard to the floor. Gonna have a stoppage of clock just to check on Miranda. Seems to be okay. She'll stay in the ball game. Espinosa will handle the ball and bring it across the timeline. She'll be picked up by Perales. Screen set up top by Romo. Now to Mancha. Mancha with a long three off the rim, no good. Rebound by Espinosa. Mancha with it, kicks it back out to Villarreal. Villarreal drives in. The runner in the lane, no good. Rebound underneath by Romo. And Ruffin comes down with it. So Carter with it now, forced it across the timeline. Picked up by Espinosa, double team. Now to the wing to Perales. Perales underneath.
Oh.
Almost a foul, but Romo comes away with it. Villarreal driving with it, top of the circle, all the way in. The runner, Wiley, and oh, how did that go? I have no idea, but it did. Wow, a runner by Villarreal. Carter with it, picked up by Espinosa. Perales with it now, behind the back dribble. Now it's top of the key in between the circles. Dribbles off to the ref. Dixon with it, underneath, Ruffin with it. Foul, going to be a reach-in foul. Oh, no, they're going to say it was out on Medina Valley or out on McCollum. No foul, but Medina Valley will trigger the inbounds pass from under their own basket. Perales with it. Trying to find an open now. Finds Dixon in between the circles. Picked up by Espinosa. Dixon with a dribble in between the legs. Now back up top. Still stuck on top of the circle. Back to Ruffin. Ruffin off to the left. Drives in with a runner, and it's good. 58-46 as Espinosa crosses the timeline slow. Picked up by Perales. Don't know why they're even forcing the ball as that's thrown away by Espinosa. As Gamboa will check into the ball game. Romo out. No press now for McCollum as Perales will dribble it across the court. Timeline picked up in between the circles by Espinosa. The weave done. Carter gets it now. She's in between the circles. Now drives in. Now kicks it back out. Finds Dixon. Dixon with it now. She's in between the circles. Picked up by Espinosa. Double team. Runner picked up. Gamboa with the rebound. Now trips it to Torres. Torres with it. Torres will cross the midcourt line. Now off to Villarreal for a long three. Good. That's a three by Villarreal.
And that may be a dagger.
Yeah, that's a dagger. 61-46, 5.5. Runner in the lane, no good. Gonna get Gamboa with the body and will send Carter to the line. Jeff, it's fourth quarter. You've got to make all of these free throws here.
You get those free ones.
I got an amen from the crowd. Free throw up and all the way around, but falls off the rim. Carter now with her second shot as Yares will come out of the ball game. Mancha checks out. Carter steps to the line now for a second. And it's off the front heel. Ruffin with a rebound. No, that rolls around and doesn't go.
Just
fought for it underneath. Yares comes away with it.
Just can't
finds
get a break.
Torres. There's Villarreal, her spot for another three. It's off the rim. Perales with the rebound. Dixon with it now. Fast break, 3-on-2. Kicks it over to 22, and she misses it. Dixon with it and puts it back in. As Wynn had a look at it but couldn't get it to fall. But nevertheless, that's Torres for three. And she knocks it home. 8 points from the bench in this quarter for the McCollum Cowboys. Dixon with it across the court. Looking for Perales, and Ruffin throws it in between. As Wynn out of the ball game now. Slaughter back in for the Panthers. An uphill battle now as they trail by 16, 64-48 with 4.5 left to go. Torres walks it across the timeline. Screen set up on the top of the key by Gamboa. Now to Villarreal, now over to Espinosa. Espinosa drives in. Ruffin with the block. Out to Perales. Perales with behind the back pass. Behind the back spin, excuse me. Now picked up by Yares all the way in. Loses the handle. Gamboa with it. Yares with it. Will bring it across the timeline. Finds Gambia with the runner underneath. Gamboa with the two-pointer. 18-point lead now.
Largest of the game.
Largest of the ball game. Dixon with it now. Espinosa with it now to Carter. Carter with it. Perales dishes underneath the Ruffin. They just cannot find no room underneath.
Nope.
Fast break by Espinosa. Espinosa with it. Does not get it. Rebound Yares. Yares with it to Gamboa. Now Gamboa out to Torres. Torres with a long three at the top of the circle. No good. Ruffin with the rebound. Long pass down court. Perales with it. The spinner in the lane. No good. Fights for her own rebound. And we're going to have a reach-in foul on number 32, Villarreal, for McCollum. Sub coming in as 1 Espinosa, number 14, goes out. Number 0 Espinosa in for McCollum. Perales will trigger the inbounds pass for the Panthers. Down by 16, tries to get Carter. Going to have a foul on Espinosa with the push as Mancha waits to come into the ball game. Sees coming in and Villarreal going out. Villarreal with a big three-pointer here in this quarter. Underneath to Dixon. Dixon with it. Cannot get it to fall. Torres with the rebound. Going to get a reach-in foul on Perales. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, and it's been all McCollum here midway through the third quarter and to start the fourth, as they've blown this lead out to a 18-point lead, 66-48. Espinosa into the ball game now. Torres back out as both Espinosas are out there. As number 0 Espinosa, I'm sorry I don't have no first names. They did not give me any. But she'll pound out the dribble in between the circles, picked up by Slaughter. Drives in, the runner in the lane, no good. And I really don't know why they're even contesting any shots there. All they got to do is just hold the ball outside and run clock off. But it's off Medina Valley on the tip, as Espinosa will bring the ball in under McCollum's own basket. Kicks it back out. Long three-pointer. It's off the heel, no good. Dixon with the rebound, trying to go coast to coast, and she does, and it does not fall. Gamboa with the rebound, dribbling out of trouble. Now up court to Espinosa. Dixing it off to Mancha for the 2.
That's what you call a snowbird.
2 snowbirds there, as Dixon will dribble. Picked up at the top of the key by Yares. Now up to Ruffin. Ruffin top of the key off to Slaughter. Slaughter with it. Drives in with the left hand. Kicks it back out to Dixon. No urgency for the Panthers, and they're down by 20. Carter with it. Going up is going to draw a foul. She'll go to the foul charity stripe for 2, but a little too late, as it's 68-48 with 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the ball game. Carter will go to the line to shoot 2. Free throw up and no good. Free throw number 2 is good. First point in this quarter for Carter, as Espinosa dribbles it up. She'll be picked up across the timeline by Dixon. All the way, kicks it underneath to Gamboa. Gamboa out to Mancha. Mancha over to Espinosa for 3. No good. Dixon with the long rebound. Dribble it in. The runner is no good. Espinosa with the rebound. Dribbles across the timeline, picked up by Carter. Dribbling all the way in, and Espinosa with the 2-point basket. Carter will cross the timeline. 1:39 seconds left to go. Outcome is already determined, as Carter will draw the foul by Gamboa. She'll go to the line for 2. Hasn't been too efficient at the line here for the Panthers tonight. Dribbles, free throw is off the rim, no good. 70-49. Free throw number 2 is good. So Espinosa will cross the timeline, picked up by Slaughter. Dribbling in between the circles now to the top of the key. Just dribbling out the time. 5 seconds, gets away from him. Now the screen set by Gamboa. Now off to the side to Mancha. Now Mancha back up top to Espinosa. Doing a little weave. Now a foul on Dixon. A little too late as it's 70-50. Timeout call by Medina Valley. And we'll keep it here with us, Jeff, as it's been all McCollum since about the 3-minute mark of the third quarter into the fourth, as they outscored the Panthers by 10 in the third quarter to extend the lead to 12, and now it's up to 20.
Yeah, Panthers just didn't have an answer for that inside presence. And, and I'm not going to say that the inside scored a lot, but it was the rebounding and the defense of the McCollum interior that really, it hurt the Panthers on both ends of the floor.
Well, and getting the second chance points, which we said they need to do without. And they kind of come back and bit them a little bit here midway through the third and in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, pretty good game, though, for the most part, Maury. A good one to kick off our broadcasting season.
To wet our feet.
Yeah, we apologize that we're a little late. Hunting season was happening and break. And I know people would like to see some of those games in December, and hopefully in the future we can try to get a few done. But, the exciting thing that we're about to start, Maury, is we're going to be doing some soccer games mixed in with some basketball games.
Espinosa with it, picked up by Slaughter.
Once they get started in district play.
Up to the top to Gamboa. Kicks it back to Mancha.
And then
excuse me.
Maury, here in a couple of weeks, we'll start sending out advertising packages for the spring season. It's almost here. Girls softball, they start practice on Friday. Baseball starts the following Friday. So spring sports are just right around the corner.
I don't have any idea what they called there.
They called a foul.
I know, but she was over and back too. They must have called that one underneath.
Yeah, she was pushed.
Was she? Okay.
Yeah.
Espinosa with it, picked up by Dixon.
40 seconds.
Over and back.
Back in my day, that would have got me a technical.
Would have got a lot of people.
Slamming the ball and throwing it away from the official.
Dixon with it. Picked up by Yares. Underneath the Ruffin with it. In and out, no good. That's the story of the night.
I just can't find the bottom of the basket in the second half.
Gamboa with the rebound.
I think a lot of that has to do. Ruffins worked her tail off. The first half, they all did.
Yep. Espinosa with it, guarded tightly by Slaughter. Trying to dribble out the last 11 seconds of the clock. Screen set by Gamboa. Now she's dribbling. Now that should be it. And that will do it as the Panthers come away with a 70-50 loss. Drop to 1-5 in district play. McCollum improves to 5-1. Jeff will be back with final stats and tallies of tonight when Panther basketball continues in just a moment.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
It's the biggest sale of the year at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a new Silverado Crew Cab posted at $37,999 or get $5,000 off Equinox or $7,000 off Traverse. 1.9% financing available on new Chevrolets. Plus get 2 years of no-charge oil changes and 1 year of unlimited car washes with all new Chevrolets. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther basketball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. As the Panthers fall 70-50, it was 14-7.
Was it 50? I missed a free throw.
17-50. It was 14-7 at half, and then 27-29. Panthers finished the second quarter on a 12-0 run to cut a 14 lead into 2, but they were outscored 27-17 in the third quarter, and that lead went from 12-14. And then in the fourth quarter, the Panthers could only muster 6 points in that fourth quarter, and the McCollum Cowboys came away with 14. 70-50 is your score. Scores for tonight: Destiny Slaughter with 7, Miranda Perales with 6, Kyla Carter with 11, Tori Ruffin with 12, Trinity Dixon with 14 off the bench. Those were the only bench points for the Panthers. For the visiting McCollum Cowboys, number 0 Espinosa with 2 points, Yares with 20, Mancha with 16, number 14 Espinosa with 7, Gamboa with 10, Torres with 8 off the bench, and Villarreal with 6 off the bench. So 14 points off the bench by both teams. It was the starters that did the damage, Jeff, for the McCollum Cowboys.
Well, they had a very shallow bench too. I think I only saw 3 or 4 substitutes.
They only had three subs, where Medina Valley had 6. But it was all won in the third quarter. I think a lot of that 12-0 run to finish the second quarter kind of took a little bit of fight out. I mean, a little bit of energy out of the Panthers, and it kind of maybe woke a sleeping giant up in McCollum in that second half, as it was all McCollum.
I agree.
So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank Jeff Stivers for joining me, and I want to thank all the listeners and everybody that's tuned in. And tune in again Friday, as Jared Lucky will have the play-by-play. I may sit in with him. I'm not sure, and it will be against Southwest Legacy here at Medina Valley. So tune in about the same time as tonight's broadcast. For Jeff Stivers,